Hello you guys, and welcome back for another video. Today I am talking about 5, maybe even a little bit more, depends on how you look at these tips, but 5 tips or hacks that have basically changed my day or my home throughout my year or more now of being a work from home mom. Thank you guys for joining me so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming back, or if you are new, thank you for clicking on this video. I really appreciate your time and your interest in this video. I hope that you get out of it what you were looking for, or even just a small thing. That's kind of my goal here. So thank you so much. And we are going to get into the top things that have basically changed my outlook or like my lifestyle, my home life here ever since I have been working from home. I am a part-time work from home mom. I will soon be a stay-at-home mom after summer hits because I have chosen to stay home with my children, and I'm really excited about that. But I do know how busy it can be whether you work or not. I mean, you are busy at home. When you're at home, it is not just a place to be lazy. I mean, you have to upkeep that home. If you are at home with your kids, you basically are like, it is almost more work than a job is what I want to say, because I mean, you care about your home, you care about the littles that you're with, you care about yourself. So you are basically working for all of those things. So I completely understand and get you if that's where you are at right now. And that's kind of why I decided to make this video, was because I wanted to say some things that have worked for me and my personality type that have basically just changed the way that it's made me feel good about waking up every morning with the things that I got to do, whether it's repetitive or something new or something different. It has changed my way of thinking and my outlook. I'm a lot more positive about being home now, and it did take me some time to just kind of get used to the situation. I have worked my whole adult life, actually more than my adult life, and the only time I wasn't working was because I might have been on maternity leave, so I was just as busy taking care of a baby when I wasn't working, or during summers, which once I had a kid, my summers by myself went out the window, and that was a really hard transition as well. So I guess my hope for this is that if you are in a similar boat where I was in, or even just kind of struggling to figure out like this season's routine for yourself or flow at home, maybe these things will be of help to you. And if you are not at home but you are working, I think these things can be helpful as well. So thank you again for joining me, and let's get right into these tips. So one of the biggest things that have changed my life being at home, and most of these things, you guys, aren't going to be like extravagant, like you gotta like put a lot of effort into it. You just have to put some thoughts and give yourself some time. So this first one especially is to sit down. I like to do this monthly for sure. You can do it seasonally, quarterly, for sure annually. I like to sit down and write down how our current routine is going. So how your routine, your schedule, your flow, whatever it is, what is basically happening at those typical times. So for example, I would write down when I wake up, when we eat breakfast, and maybe what I even do in between there if you have, things that are consistently happening there. But just basically writing down my routine and evaluating my goals and the productivity that's happening or even not happening. And that really has helped me to appreciate my flow, my routine, appreciate where I am being productive, but it also has shown me some areas where I can work on them or change some things around for the happiness of my home and the people in it. And that honestly has been a big game changer ever since I would say on this day of the week, you are going to sit down, or on this day of the month, you are going to sit down and you are going to give yourself and your planner or your list, whatever it is, time to write down what is going on every day. And when I say this routine, I'm talking like the day to day. So I'm talking about Monday through Friday, because the weekends are completely different. Since my husband works Monday through Friday, it's kind of like more of my job, you know, and being here at home with the kids. The second tip, or maybe even this kind of goes along with this first one that I'm talking about, is also just brainstorming or brain dumping everything that is going on in your head. And you don't even have to have a plan for this, you guys. You can just start writing with your routine, and I guarantee some things are going to start coming out where you're going to be like, oh, brain dump, let me dump this out onto a piece of paper. And I think that these are so helpful to get so many things off of your mind. I mean, if you want to go in the direction of journaling about things, that might be the direction you go in. I typically go in the direction of what I'm not doing that I want to start adding to my routine. Where am I kind of wasting time that isn't even helping me out at all? Because some of that wasted or zone out time is helpful for you. I know it is for me. But where are those times happening, and like where, when, what are they? And I definitely get such a good outcome when I do these brain dumps. I try to do them weekly, but monthly is definitely, you know, my way of going about these. And it also, I mean, I brain dump things that I want to do around the house, things that I want to need cleaning. I'll look through some of my cleaning routines, things that I just like, hobbies I want to do, things I want to do as a family with my kids. And it definitely helps me as I'm writing my routine as well to kind of see if I can plug them in throughout the next month. And I feel so much better, not only having them like in my mind, maybe even on the calendar, but it is, I've seen us actually do them from having these brain dump sessions with myself. The next thing I want to talk about is getting up earlier. Oh, this is such a tough subject for me because for so long, probably for years now, even when I was working, I always thought I need to get up earlier. If I want to do anything for myself, I need to get up earlier. And then I would try it, and it just was not that enjoyable. It isn't that enjoyable to get up when it's super dark and everybody's sleeping. I don't know. It's kind of a lonely feeling for me to be up when I know everybody around me, like in the neighborhood and every like town, are, you know, sleeping. And I know everyone's not sleeping, but it's just hard for me to get moving physically and mentally. But I was so hard on myself because I said, everybody says that you need to get up earlier. And you know what? I'm going to say right now, I do say getting up earlier has changed my life for the better, with a boundary. So instead of doing the whole like go big or go home kind of thing with getting up earlier, what I started to do was implement getting up like 15 to 30 minutes earlier for each type of activity I wanted to get done before the kids got up. So my household pretty much gets up at like 7 o'clock in the morning. I can even sleep good till 7. I don't like to sleep past 7, but I can. But I need to be up for the kiddos by 7 o'clock in the morning. So that means that I would have to get up like by 6:30 just to kind of get ready, knowing like the pace that I, you know, go in the morning. And then by 6, if I wanted to do my Bible time, by 5:30, if I wanted to work out. And who just pops up at 5:30 and starts working out? Not me. So if I wanted any time before working out, I would probably have to get up by 5. Now, that was kind of making me sad. So what I started to do was trying to find one thing that I can get up a half an hour early for, and that is working very well for me. I think that the way the seasons change and like it's lighter in the morning, darker, whatever, like I always have to make adjustments. So again, that's why the first tip or two kind of comes into play for me, is because it's always changing. My mood's changing. Everything's always changing with the seasons for me. So with that, knowing that I'm going to get up a half an hour earlier than my kids, has just really helped me to really focus on some of the things that I want to get done and out of the way, so the rest of my day is more joyful. That thing's already done. I don't have to worry about it anymore. I don't think that getting up for something that isn't fun for you is going to make you want to get up. It didn't for me. But finding a way to make that item something that is more, fun or enjoyable helped me to want to do that item. So, for example, I do my Bible time and I get ready in the morning. I look forward to that relaxing time in my bed as opposed to having to pop up and just start working out. Now, I do hope that eventually I could want to work out in the mornings, but it's just not happening. So just trying to find that is something that has changed my life, because then I'm not trying to do my Bible quiet time when the kids are up running around me and constantly interrupting me, needing things. So all in all, with that tip is getting up 15 to 30 minutes earlier to do one thing that I wanted to get done, that I wanted to make sure I got done without interruption throughout the rest of the day, has really changed my life for the better, because I feel so much better starting my day off doing something that I knew I wanted to do, that I felt productive with, and that just helps me feel good. The next thing that has really just kind of changed my day in my home is finding productivity pockets. So if you list out all the things that you need to do throughout the day, you are going to overwhelm yourself. And I'm a big list maker, and I will tell you to list out all those things because I just told you to do a brain dump, right? But don't worry about those items that need to get done. For example, you will find productivity pockets throughout the day, and those are the times that you can get those tiny little tasks done. If you're wondering, what the heck is a productivity pocket? Those are little times throughout the day that maybe over time you know what they are, but if you're kind of new to what I'm talking about here, you're going to have to go throughout your day to and look for those things and try to find them. So, for example, you've heard me talk about it before. One of my productivity pockets are while my kids are eating. I make sure I eat before them, so that way while they're eating, I can get some things done, because I know that they are safe. They're sitting at the table. I can be in the same room, get some things done, and that's a productivity pocket for me. I try to stay present still, so I'm not working on my computer or my phone, but it is a time that you can do something like that. Planner checks, dishes, whatever you got to do in that moment. Another one for me, you guys, is bathroom breaks. So when I go to the bathroom, honestly, that's a time when I start cleaning my bathroom. What is wrong with being in the bathroom one more minute, right? So take one more minute, get that toilet scrubbed a little bit, clean around your sink, clean the mirrors, whatever it is you have to do. Assign something each day for the bathroom, and guess what? By the end of the week, your bathroom will have stayed pretty tidy. And I think it just took 1 minute a day, maybe even each time you went in there, but you don't even have to do that, right? 1 minute a day, an extra minute bathroom break is not gonna hurt. If anything, it's gonna help you. The other productivity pocket for me is while I'm cooking. Sometimes while I'm cooking, if, I've gotten pretty good at the multitasking thing, but if it's not a meal that I'm having to move around everywhere for and constantly do something for, I will go ahead and start preparing my kids' plates. And to me, that makes it to where I don't have to wait to sit down with my kids and my food is cold, or but if I don't have to do a whole bunch while I'm cooking, I might check some emails, I might edit a video. If it's anything in the kitchen, I can do that as well, clean the microwave. So finding those little pockets to do the things that you can check off your list. This is why I don't have things always assigned to a day, because I just like having that ongoing list with categories. And if it's something in the kitchen or the home that I had to do that day, I can just check it off. It's done. Maybe it got done on a Monday, maybe it got done on a Thursday, but hopefully it got done by the weekend. And another productivity pocket for me, among many, but this is the last one I'm going to mention, is having busy bins or busy baskets for my kids. If I really need to get something done and I don't want to turn on the TV, because I don't know about you, that's a constant thing here, is let's not do the screens. What else can we do? Is having busy bins or busy baskets or busy totes, so the kids can you can just bring it out and they can see, wow, I haven't seen these toys or these activities in a while, and they will probably play with them for at least 20 minutes, if not more. And the next one that I'm going to bring up is going back to your planner or your papers, whatever it is you like to do, writing down I guess you can call this reverse planning, but I like to just write down what I've done throughout the day and kind of show myself, hey, you did it. You did a lot, girl. Like, you think you didn't do what you were supposed to do today because you had plans and they didn't go forth, or whatever the case, maybe you've just had a hard day, but in that productivity pocket, you cleaned a toilet. While you were in the kitchen, you cleaned that microwave. Anything that you got done that day, hey, I spent 2 hours playing with my kids. I'm pretty proud of myself. Go ahead and write those things down. You can just have a blank note paper, you can have an hourly planner, whatever it is that you want to do. But writing those things down is so helpful because I think it shows me that, hey, I'm doing more than I even thought. And just because plans didn't go the way that they were supposed to or the way that I wrote them down, doesn't mean I'm a failure and I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing or what I think I'm supposed to be doing. I am actually taking care of a home. I'm taking care of kids. I'm taking care of myself. And I'm pretty darn proud of that. So basically, reverse planning or writing down what you've been doing throughout the day is kind of a nice little end of the day, like review, reflection time anyways. And I'm pretty sure that you will feel good about it. I know if you find that you didn't do anything, then I guess that can be some motivation. But I know for me, that has been a really nice reflection time on the day, and to just feel good about what I did throughout the day. And this is also a good time to write down your mood. How were you feeling throughout the day? Don't be so hard on yourself if you didn't get things done because you might have been having a hard day. It's okay. And the last thing that I want to mention, so this could technically be number 6, but we'll see, is to block or commit to non-negotiables throughout the day. Maybe in your monthly brainstorm session, you can create some lists of non-negotiables, things that you want to make sure that nothing gets in the way of these things. If you hear a ding on your phone or, a show is supposed to come on or whatever it is, these things are not going to be interrupted. So when you look over your routine and you make your goals, make some non-negotiables, and block your time to focus on these things so you don't let things kind of weave their way in. For example, with working from home, I have had to set aside Tuesdays and Thursdays, several hours on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I finally ended up hiring a sitter, and I've had to block that time. So I am not interrupted by anything. That is my set time to get things done. And you basically just block those times out so that way that non-negotiable can get done and there is nothing interrupting it. With that, my Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays at that same time that I'm working on Tuesday, Thursdays, my Monday, Wednesday, Fridays are intentional time with my kids. So that way that block of time on Tuesday, Thursdays is set aside with no interruptions from kids, no kids at all. I get my work done. And then Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, I say there's no work during this time. I may have to work throughout the other parts of the day, but during this time, I have set it aside to play and be intentional with my kids because that is one of my non-negotiables. That's why I'm at home, right? So basically making non-negotiables on a list and making sure that you block out time or sections of the day or specific days that you are going to focus on those non-negotiables. That has really helped me to make sure that by the end of the week, I know that I have done everything I need to do for work. I have made sure that I've been intentional with my kids, and obviously you can see some of my goals and some of the things that I have to get done throughout the week, and I don't have to end up feeling bombarded or overwhelmed by the end of the week. Now, this is not necessarily something that I think everybody should do, but it has helped me out with cleaning my home. If this is something that you feel is getting just kind of overwhelming and by the end of the day you still feel defeated because you either didn't get to your cleaning or you want to do cleaning, but it's really hard because you have kids around or a lot of things going on. Maybe you're working, but basically trying to involve your kids can be very helpful. I know it has helped me to know that I started involving my 7-year-old son a couple years ago and helping him learn how to do some of the cleaning around the house. Now, in the last few years, we have not required him to do it, but when it is cleaning time in our house, he has honestly grown to where he actually does a pretty good job at some of these chores that we do. And I am so thankful that I started involving him. And he just knows that it's happening. He's happy about it. He's fine with it. And it's now part of our daily upkeep. And if I wasn't able to start doing that with him, I would feel even more overwhelmed and busy throughout the day. So again, this isn't something that is a must, but it has definitely helped me and my home to just, it's really just changed the way that our home runs in a good way. And I'm so glad that I started when I did. Again, I didn't put that pressure on him or anything, but when he can help, it really does help me out. Okay, so those are the top 5 or 6. I'm not even sure. I'm sorry if it was more than 5 and I tried to keep it to 5. But those are the top things that I have done that have just really changed my life, my home, my outlook on everything. My whole day is better because of those few things that I do either on a daily basis, weekly basis, or monthly basis. So let me know, what are the top things that you guys do that have just changed your life, your home, obviously for the better. Because if there's anything out there that's helping you, it could help me or another busy mama, busy person out. And I just really, really love that this is a community where we can share those things and help better each other's lives and not go another day where we feel like we are defeated and helpless. And we really should be enjoying this time. We really should be enjoying this time with our kids or our work or the time that we do have together. So I just want to thank you so much for being here. I hope that you will like this video by hitting the like button and subscribe if you want to see more. And I will see you really soon for the next one. Thank you so much and have an awesome day. Bye.